Okay, yeah, yay, they're both working. Hi guys, nice to see everybody. I miss you all so much. It's a beautiful day though today, this Monday, and I'm happy to get to practice outside with you guys today. And we're doing my favorite thing, which is Power Vinyasa this morning. So keep that in mind, that it's definitely going to be a strength-based yoga flow. If at any point any of the poses require modifications for you, I'll give you options there, or you're willing to take modifications that you are comfortable with. And if at any point you need to sit out part of the flow, kind of to find your breath, if you get breathing too heavy or you need a period of recovery, you can always do child's pose or down dog for that. Okay, guys? Like I said, this is, God, I don't know how many weeks we've been in this live format, but I do love Mondays, and my favorite quote right now is to keep remembering to keep looking where the light pours in. So that's why I love practicing outside in the sunshine. So whatever emotions you guys are feeling today, do something that makes you feel the light or find the light. So that's kind of what's been keeping me going. So let's go ahead and get started. I'm gonna lay on my back with my knees bent, feet about hip width apart. Okay, I'll kind of try to keep my eye on you guys, make sure you can see me. Okay. So before we begin any movement, let's just start with some deep breaths in and out to center our body, center our focus. Lengthening that inhalation and exhalation. We'll do that 2 more times, right where we are. And last one. Beautiful work. Let's bring our right knee into our chest. Just a real brief inhale and hold. As we exhale, we'll switch. Again, right side. And left. Good. Let's bring both knees into the chest, nice and wide. And then nice and close together, tucking into a nice little ball. Good. I'm going to reach down, hook my big toe, or if you can't and that's not super comfortable, you can always hold on to that ankle. I'm going to extend my right leg up. Exhaling into that hamstring stretch. And then switching sides, keeping those knees in close as I switch. Exhaling through that stretch. Good job, guys. Okay. So I have my knees right over my hips here. Hands are going to go up. You'll notice I lifted my shoulders and chest kind of up off of the mat because we want to engage these abdominals. Just to start, I'm going to go ahead, extend alternating sides. Imagine like we're doing bird dog on our hands and knees. And back out. Inhaling, pulling those legs in. Exhaling out. I'm sorry, my kitten insisted on being out here with me today, so you get his cuteness. Just going back and forth, creating some warmth in the abdominals. Last one. Good. Let's release into happy baby. Let that head and neck rest on the back of the mat. And then I'll go ahead, release those legs down, roll myself up, come to a forward fold near the front of my mat. Hold it here, maybe walk it out, shake that head side to side, whatever feels good. And work, guys. Let's take a big sweep up, deep breath in, big reach. Swan dive down back to our forward fold. We're going to do that 2 more times. Inhale, reach. Swan dive down. Leading with that chest. Inhale, reach. Beautiful. Last one, swan dive down. Inhale, flat back. Exhale, walking back, stepping back, hopping back, whatever you want. But we're going to hold our high plank here. I've seen so many push-up challenges online. So today, anytime we come to high plank, I want to give you the option. We're going to do 1, 2, and 3 chaturanga push-ups before we release into our upward dog. Exhaling, down dog. Inhaling, stepping or hopping forward. Let's finish off that full sun salutation A. Deep breath in, reach up. We'll do that again. Let's flow through the center this time. Exhale. Inhale, flat back. Exhale, stepping or hopping back. And just like before, these could be modified to the knees. 1, 2, and 3, all the way back up before we release to that mat and take our upward dog or cobra. Exhaling to down dog. Wonderful work, guys. Eyes looking up, step or hop forward. Let's make sure those feet come together. Deep breath in, reach up. Let's keep those arms extended or hands at heart center. Let's take Uttanasana, chair pose. Really working on keeping those arms up and elevated. That's something I've been working, keeping my spine long. Beautiful. Inhale, straighten up, hands to heart center. Let's step back with our right foot. This is going to line us up into warrior 1. Hands up. Good. Exhale, warrior 2. Inhale, reverse warrior. Exhale, back. Warrior 2. Inhale, warrior 1. Let's go back to our chair pose. Stepping forward, feet together, long spine. Good. Reaching up, hands reaching high, exhaling to heart center, stepping back, lining those feet up, warrior 1. Exhaling, warrior 2. Inhaling, reverse warrior. Exhaling, back. Inhaling, warrior 1. Stepping forward into that chair pose. 2 more breaths here. With each exhalation, see if you can kind of deepen that chair pose. Beautiful. On our inhale, reach up. Exhale, flow through that center. Inhale, flat back. Exhale, step or hopping back. You can go straight to your down dog or take our 3 push-ups in chaturanga before releasing through that vinyasa. Good work. Okay, so we're going to work those hips and those legs just a little bit today. So let's start out taking our right leg up nice and high. Oh, bend that knee, open that hip. We're going to step it forward, planting that leg. Let's go ahead. Go from here into a revolved side angle. Just to get that chest open. Letting that thoracic spine rotate. As we release down, I have my blocks here, so you're always welcome to use it. I'm going to take an extended side angle, opposite direction. Good. And I'm going to go ahead, hold on to this block as I lift, because I'm going to come to warrior 1 with this block right between those hands. And then from here, lifting my back leg into warrior 3. So what's wonderful here is you have that block to help keep those arms with a little bit of pressure in between them, so they're having to work a little harder, but also it is all prepared and ready if you need to release it down. Let's slowly release our hands down to the mat, stepping back to down dog. So we'll do that same sequence, opposite side. Left leg goes nice and high. Bend that knee, open that hip. Step it forward. Revolve side angle first, so you can still use that block if you need to. Left hand up, right hand down. Good, but then I'm going to release opposite side. Hold on to that block as I lift, warrior 2 to warrior 1. And then bending that back knee, pushing off, I'm going to enter our warrior 3. This time keeping that hand extended. Even if we don't need to set that block down, but those arms extended is too challenging, you can also kind of hold this block right at your heart center. Good. I'm going to slowly release that block right in front, hands on either side of that front foot. Stepping back. Now from here, we're in that high plank. If you'd like to add those 3, 2, 1 chaturanga push-ups, you're welcome to, before taking our up dog to down dog. Now, very similar to what we just did, we're going to start out that same sequence in that we lift our right leg, 3-legged dog. We bend that knee, we open that hip. But this time we're going to bring that leg and lay it across. It's not going to be completely pigeon pose, because normally we stay square in pigeon pose. I'm going to actually allow our hips to completely roll off so that we're sitting with kind of these angles in our legs. So like my back foot's even with the back of my mat. If that just gives some idea. My left knee is pointed forward. And this is our starting position, okay? We're gonna be working this left hip. I'm gonna keep my hands either up, or we can keep those hands down on the mat. We don't want that upper body to move because we're going to rotate up and down, up and down. Good work, guys. So every time that hip or that femur rotates, you should feel it deep in that kind of side glute. That's what we want to be happening. Good. we want to make it a little more challenging, let's pause. Let's elevate that entire leg. Up and down. Up and down. Up and down. Good job. Now my body's wanting to lean. I'm trying to keep it as upright as possible. You'll also feel this in the obliques, which is really good for strengthening that area. Let's do one more. Let's pause. Let's bring that foot around, right in front and back. Good. So we're just going to curve it around. Again, if you need to place hands on the mat for balance or to keep that body still, watch out, kitty cat. Let's do two more on this side. Last one. Now try your best to keep that leg up and pulse, just like we did before. So we're reversing our sequencing now. 3, 2, set that knee down, just the foot, up and down, up and down. Good job, guys. Perfect. Let's pause. Let's bring our hands so they're once again facing the front of the mat, and I'm going to just slightly adjust back into a true pigeon. You can take this upright or sleeping. We're not going to hold here super long, so I'm going to stay upright. Beautiful. And then I'm going to go ahead, step it back. We can take a down dog to kind of shift those hips. If you want to continue working on those push-ups, we can take the 3 Chaturanga Vinyasa. Good. Now, so that I can keep seeing you, here's what we're going to do. I'm going to step or hop forward. Forward fold. Good. Deep breath in. Reach up. Hands to heart center. Now, I'm going to face this direction so that when I step forward with my left leg and I do the hip action on my right, I still can have a good view of you guys. So from here, I'm going to walk it out. Down dog. We're going to do our opposite side now. So let's take our left leg nice and high. Just like before, bend that knee, open scorpion dog. I'm going to step it forward, but just like before, we're going to take that kind of gentle pigeon and allow our body to roll onto that left hip, letting this hip be really externally rotated, this hip be really internally rotated. Remember, this right foot now, or this back foot, is right in line with the back of your mat. Hands up. We're going to lift and lower. Lift and lower. Good. Ooh, this side feels harder. I always say that, but it does. So again, the stiller that upper body is, the more you're going to feel it here, which is what we want. Good. Okay, so let's see. Can we get that lift and lower just in the leg? Don't let that leg pull around. Sometimes it wants to kind of creep up. Keep it behind us. Ooh. 3, 2, 1, and let's bring it forward. Good, and back. Again, letting it come all the way back and all the way forward. Keeping that upper body as still as possible. Really working on mobility and strength in these hips. That's what we always want to emphasize in these power classes. through it. We'll do 2 more. 2 and 1. So don't set that leg all the way down if you can avoid it. Ooh, my foot touched. Pulse. Ooh. Here's where, like, maybe if you need it, you can set down that hand just for some balance. Get out of the video. And then knee goes down, just the foot, up and down, up and down. Good job. Okay, pause. Whoo. Let that leg relax. Let's rotate to square ourselves off at the front of our mat in traditional pigeon. I don't want to kick anything back there. Again, you're welcome to take the sleeping option if you'd like. I'm just holding in this upright pigeon pose. Beautiful work. When you're ready, hands can come alongside that left front leg. Let's step it back. Now we're once again in down dog. This can be your recovery, or let's keep moving through those chaturanga push-ups. Good. Let's go ahead from this down dog. Walk our hands back to our toes. Beautiful job. Inhale, big reach up. Exhale, hands to heart center. Beautiful. We're going to use the long version of our mat. So I'm going to step out nice and wide into a goddess squat. We just worked the outside of the hips. We're going to work a little bit more on the inside of the legs, but continue using those obliques. Let's let our right hand go up, eyes following that right hand. Left hand's going to come across, and we're going to just like kind of lean. Good. Back up. Opposite side. Exhaling in to that stretch. Let's do it one more time. Big inhale up, exhale into that lean. Again, one more time. Ooh, as I lose my balance. Beautiful. Now, notice I still haven't really come out of this goddess squat. You want to make sure that tailbone stays tucked underneath. Hands can be at heart center or out at our side, because we're going to come up on those toes one at a time. Good. And then we're going to add just a little bit. This time as I come up on this left toe, I'm going to lean onto that side. Make sure your ankles feel stable enough to take a little bit of weight there. Back and forth. The quads should really be screaming at you. The inside of the legs, as long as the tailbone's tucked, should be screaming at you just a little bit. But we're still breathing through this flow. One more on either side. Good. Let's pause. We're going to pulse it down. 3, 2, 1, and big reach up. Back down. 3, 2, 1. Big reach up. Last time. 3, 2, and hold. Hands come behind that head. Let's tilt. 1. Inhale as we go to the right or left. Exhale as we come to center. 3 on either side. Last one. Keep that chest open. Once we're at our center, hands come out. Big straightening of those legs. Shake it out if you need to. Flow through that center. And I'm even going to kind of walk those hands almost forward. So you just get beautiful length in this forward fold. Good work. I'm going to rotate that front foot back towards the front of our mat. So right here I'm holding a pyramid pose. You're welcome to keep that hand on your shin or on a block if this is uncomfortable, because we want to keep that length in that spine. And when you're ready, let's release that back knee to the mat. Deep breath in, reaching up. Good. And let's exhale. Opening that hip, left hand back, right hand forward. Reverse warrior from that knee. Good. Back to that warrior 2 style, kneeling lunge to warrior 1. Good. Hands are going to go ahead and come down. So let's continue through this flow. I'm going to get that back knee back up. I'm going to float it. Left hand stays down, right hand goes up. And we're going to just dip that hip, bring our right hand back behind us, and then make a big arc like a rainbow all the way forward. Good. Get out of the video, cat. Back and forward. Back and forward. Good. Okay, on this last time, if you want to try to make it a little more challenging, as I go back, I'm also going to bend that knee and come forward, or you can continue that same exercise we started with. And last one. Ooh. Bringing it back around to our runner stretch, stepping back to down dog. Good work, guys. From this down dog, we can recover just a bit before we move into the second half of that long flow. We're not going to repeat the straddle positioning and the goddess strength workout. We're just going to move forward, stepping that left foot right up to the front of our mat, beginning in that pyramid pose. Good. So we have our nice long spine. Hands coming down to that mat, releasing that back knee down, lifting up into our warrior 1 and 2 from that lunged position. I'm walking that foot forward so that my knee isn't so far in front of my foot. Releasing to reverse warrior before returning to that warrior 2 and warrior 1. Good. As I release my right hand down to the mat, I'm going to get that back leg underneath me. Adjust my stance if I need to, because as I move into this revolved side angle, we're going to let that hip, that bottom hip, drop down, hands reaching towards the back of our mat, and then on our inhale, big arc, making that rainbow with those hands forward, back, down, inhale, back, forward, back down, and back forward. So if you'd like to take it one step further, this time as we go back, imagine we're kind of bending that knee and then straightening back up. You'll see we're getting kind of close almost to like that cow-faced legs where we could almost sit into that stretch. Good. As we come back to center, let's release those hands down, runner stretch to down dog. This time, if you'd like to take that vinyasa, work on those push-ups, go right ahead. Good work. So through this entire class, I have yet to cue a child's pose. So we're halfway through our power flow. Now would be a perfect time to release to those knees. Sit back on those heels. Hands can stay extended in front of you or come alongside, forehead to mat. 3 to 5 breaths recovery here. Good job. So as we come up from child's, you're welcome to lift your head to kind of see the flow the first time. But let's try to kind of like roll up directly into upward dog. So as I come up, see how I'm going to round almost into cat? But as I come forward, I'm going to let those hips release down and push that ground away. Come to that upward dog. We'll go from there to down dog. From down dog to child's. Let's do it 2 more times so you can really get the feel of that spine rolling. Exhaling back to down dog. We'll do it 1 more time. Inhaling, dropping to the knees. Exhaling, sitting back. Inhaling, roll. Really slow it down. Let those hips drop. And inhaling that chest up before we settle into a 3 breath down dog. Good work, guys. Good. Eyes looking up to those hands. Let's step or hop near our hands so that we're in the front or near or close to the front of our mat. Forward fold. So we're going to do some more creative movements. I've been inspired by so many of the wonderful yogis and teachers that have been online. And so for this next one, we're going to drop our right knee down. Left foot's going to stay in contact with the mat. Basically, we're going to kick our legs up into a very relaxed standing split. As we release that leg down, we don't want to put too much weight on that extended leg. We want to keep all our weight in this hip. And we're just going to go back and forth. Big inhale, exhale up, inhale, pull it back, exhale as we settle that weight onto that grounded leg. Inhale up. Inhale, exhale down. Inhale, exhale up. Inhale, exhale, down. Now let's speed it up just a little bit, okay? Inhale up, exhale down, inhale up, exhale down. You guys doing good? Back and forth. Two more. And this is really the kicker. Let's bring our knees just to about, I don't know, a little more than a 90-degree angle. Kick that right leg back and in, back and in. So what this does is this provides a single leg loading, really making that left leg work for the effort we're asking it to do. 3, 2, and 1. Step it back, warrior 1. Woo. Exhaling, warrior 2. And let's straighten that front leg. Reach it forward, Trikonasana, triangle pose. Slowly rising up, back to our warrior 2, to warrior 1. Releasing those hands down. Beautiful work. Let's let those legs get shooken out just a little bit. Let's take our 3 push-ups. I think I cheated on, didn't do 3 full ones. Exhaling to down dog though. And we'll move to our opposite side. Eyes looking up to those hands. Step or hop up close towards the front of your mat. Good job. Now I'm going to kick this left leg nice and high and bring it right back down. Now remember, this grounded leg, the foot that doesn't leave the mat, that's the foot and the leg you want the weight to be held in, okay? So remember that as you kick up. Inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale. Inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale. Back and forth. Exhale, inhale, exhale. 2 more at this speed, okay? Last one. Now let's speed it up. Here we go. Inhale up, exhale down. Inhale up, exhale down. Back and forth. Keep that head and neck relaxed. It's easy to hide tension there. Keep it moving. 2 more. All right, when you start to feel that hip burning, we'll complete this sequence. And then hold that mid-range, bend in that knee, and kick it back. Exhale with each kick back. Keep that weight on your grounded leg. Keep it solid. Keep that leg pulled up. And working. 3, 2, and 1. Step it back. Woo, and this leg should be shaky if you did it right. Warrior 1. Good job, guys. Warrior 2. Let's take a reverse warrior. before our Trikonasana triangle pose. Keeping that chest open, hips open. Good work. Let's slowly rise up. Back to our warrior one. As those hands come down and we kick this right leg back, we can kind of shake it out if we need to. Take a down dog, maybe walk it out if we need to. Or take our full 3 chaturanga push-ups before our upward facing dog. And then our down dog. Good work, guys. And just like before, let's go ahead, release the knees to the mat. Sit back on those hands. Child's pose. Beautiful. So we're going to now enter a high plank. Toes behind us, or toes underneath us, knees underneath us if you'd like to take a modification. And we're going to roll into our side plank. Now our arms are going to do nice big circles. So as I look up, my eyes are going to follow this hand. I'm going to reach it forward, 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 and down until it goes back to where it was. Again, hips stay up high, forward, 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 and back. Let's do one more. Beautiful. As this hand comes down, let's pull our left knee into our chest, kick it out, across, and underneath us. Roll onto a side plank the opposite direction. Hips stay up. Keep that leg extended as my hands come down and square off. Gonna do a nice, beautiful push-up before pulling that left leg back up into three-legged dog, into single leg. Here we go. 3, 2, 1. Vinyasa. Good work, guys. Woo. Exhaling, down dog. So down dog at this point is a recovery pose. If you need an alternate recovery pose like child's to get the weight off those hands, feel free to take it. Beautiful. You can stay right where you are if you'd like, but I'm going to flip just so I can keep you guys in my peripheral. So I'm going to step forward, forward fold, big reach up, hands to heart center. I'm going to flip facing this opposite direction now. Walk those hands out. So now I'm doing my same motions, only this time my left hand is staying grounded. I'm rolling onto that side plank, opposite side. And just like before, eyes are going to follow that hand. Reach, 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 reach. Woo! And back up. Reach, 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 reach. Woo! It's way harder on this side for me to hold that balance. Good. All the way up. Finally bring it forward and down. I'm going to bring that right knee in and across, lifting onto that opposite side. Squaring that body off. Doing a chaturanga lower onto that leg before I pull that knee in and up to three-legged dog. And then if you have it in you, whether it's from your knees or your toes, single leg chaturanga. 3 push-ups before that upward dog. Wonderful work, guys. Recovering in that down dog. Just like before, I'm going to switch back to the front of my mat. Reaching up to flip. Flowing down, walking those hands out. And I'm going to meet back with you in down dog. Eyes looking up to those hands, stepping or hopping forward, facing the front of that mat. We're going to slowly reach up or roll up. I'm going to grab a quick drink. Beautiful. Once we're upright, we're holding our Tadasana. I want us to reach into cactus arms. We're going to take eagle pose. So I'm going to take my right leg. I'm going to cross that over my left. I'm going to take left arm over my right. Wind those up. If you like to take the full posture, deepen that stance. We can wrap that ankle. Holding here. That breath was kind of moving quickly. This is the time to center, solidify, slow that breath down. Now without releasing my arms, I am going to enter Ekapada Tadasana. I'm going to step back and we're going to do an eagle arm back bend with warrior 1 feet. Beautiful, bringing it forward, opening up, releasing everything down to Tadasana where we started, mountain pose. Recentering. Good work, guys. Opposite side, cactus arms. Gonna do opposite leg on top. Opposite arm on top, holding. Tuck that eagle low. Eyes looking through those hands. Gently unfocused. Keep those arms where they are. If you feel comfortable, open those legs up. Stepping back. Wonderful job. Coming back to that balance pose. Single leg mountain. Releasing everything together. I'm going to release into a forward fold. Just kind of ragdoll those arms. And then I'm going to drop my hips down to the mat. Whew, good work. So from here, we're going to work the abdominals and some kind of Savasana variations. I'm going to actually allow my back to roll back onto the mat, but notice I'm still keeping like my chest and shoulders elevated. A nice 90-degree angle bend here. And I want to breathe in and exhale. Breathe in and exhale. One more time. And exhale. Good. Now this time, as I breathe in, I want to roll up to our half Navasana. As I exhale, I want to unroll. Inhale, roll up. Exhale. Unroll. If you want to make this a little harder, inhale. Roll up. On the exhale, extend those legs out. Inhale. Exhale. My lower back is staying nice and long throughout this inhale and exhale. I'm basically creating what we'd call like a hollow body or low boat as I drop down. Back and forth. Last one. Let's go ahead and drop. Hands are going to come behind the head. And we're going to do very simple. Elbow to knee. Elbow to knee. I still have not released the tension that I created in those abdominals from the beginning. Never completely released. Let's do one more on either side. You should be really feeling that burn in that belly. And let's return to where we started, knees bent, so that that spine can relax. Find that breath if it started to get away from us. Let's take a big reach up. Lengthen out those stomach muscles by reaching overhead. Good. And as we exhale, we're going to do it one more time. So I'm going to go ahead, get that chest up, get those abdominals working. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Let's come all the way up to half boat. Inhale. Low boat. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. You guys are doing great. 2 more. Last exhale. Release all the way to the mat. Beautiful job, guys. So my feet are about hip width apart. I'm going to go ahead, cross my right over my left, let my hands come out into a T position and let those legs fall. Feel really nice to have that nice hip stretch following. Those hip flexors being engaged for that last bit of abdominal work. And I'm going to go ahead, move to the opposite side. I bring my knees back to center, especially with all the abdominal work we did right at the end. If you'd like to take a double kneaded chest stretch in, maybe a happy baby, that always feels nice. If you're outside right now, you're probably feeling how the sun feels lovely. California weather is at least beautiful and warm. Releasing down to the mat. So at this point I want to release you into Savasana. So if you need anything to be more comfortable for this time, like a blanket or a bolster, go ahead and grab that now. But use Savasana as a thank you to the movement your body created for you. It's a thank you to your mind by giving it space to rest and be still. Enjoy the quiet. Go ahead, slowly bringing movement back to your body. Exiting the stillness by moving the arms and the legs, the fingers and the toes. When you're ready, you can slowly transition from laying on your back to an upright seated pose, traditionally lotus pose. Sit with our arms open and up, our palms open and up. Let's take a deep breath in here. Exhale. Inhaling, thanking our bodies and our minds for this good work. Exhaling, sending out that gratitude, that positivity, that beautiful energy that we created here on our mats, out around us, to our friends, our loved ones, to the healthy, to the sick, to anyone who needs a little light and love in their life. So you open those eyes, bring those hands to heart center. Thank you guys so much for joining me for yoga today. Thank you for joining my kitty cat 42. I hope you guys have a beautiful Monday. I hope you're enjoying the live videos, and hopefully we'll see you guys back in person soon. Thank you guys so much. Sorry, bud, I gotta get you up. Oh. Say bye. Bye. There we go. 40 says bye.